Assalamualaikum class, welcome to science class. I hope you all are doing well. Today's topic is human respiratory and circulatory system and the topic is ending exercise which you have to attempt on page number 31 and 32. Today's SLOs are students will be able to attempt the ending exercise in their textbooks. Come to the question number 1 on page number 31. Very first question, multiple choice questions. You have to mark the correct option in the respiratory system. What would happen? The option C is the correct option as oxygen is taken in, carbon dioxide is quadrate, and energy is produced. Come to the next statement. Respiration takes place. Where it takes place? All cells of the body. And in which part of the cell? Mitochondria. Next question is, in which part of a cell does respiration takes place? As I have already discussed here, that part is known as mitochondria. Next, the human circulatory system is an example of, as you all know, the human circulatory system is the example of double closed circulation. Double circulation means blood goes through the heart or passes through the heart twice and goes once around the body. Next statement is, which type of the blood vessel carries blood away from the heart? As you all know, the blood vessels which carry the blood away from the heart are known as artery, which carry towards the heart are known as veins, and which just exchange the blood between them are capillaries. So the correct option is artery. Come to the true and false statements. You have to write TRF in front of each statement. Statement number 1. The human body gets energy from a chemical reaction which takes place in the cells. So this chemical reaction is known as respiration. So this statement is true. Running is an anaerobic exercise because the body cannot get enough oxygen for aerobic respiration. As you all know that when we are running, we really need a lot of energy at that time. So as a result, we need a lot of oxygen. At that time, oxygen is not enough. So our body shifts towards anaerobic respiration. So this statement is true. Next, the amount of carbon dioxide breathed out is same as that breathed in. So this statement is false. From this page, you can see that we inhale just 0.04%, but we exhale 4%. So it is 100 times more than the inhaled one. So this statement would be false. Arteries are thick muscular walls to cope with the high pressure of the blood as it leaves the heart. So this statement is true as the arteries have to take the blood away from the heart. The heart is pumping the blood towards the arteries. So they would have the thick muscular walls to cope with that higher pressure of the blood pumped by the heart. Next, capillaries have valves in them to keep blood flowing in the right direction. So this statement is false as just veins have the valves to prevent the backflow of blood. Now come to the question number 3. The diagram shows the human breathing system. You have to label the diagram. You have to point the letters with the words given in the list. Now come to the question number 4. Read the statement very carefully and then attempt question statement A, B and C. Statement A. Why does the air above 2300 meter contain less oxygen than the air near sea level? So students, for this question, as we go higher above the sea level, the altitudes will be higher. So at the higher altitudes, the air pressure will be decreased and atmosphere becomes thin. So that's why there is less oxygen. Come to the statement B. Explain why the lack of oxygen caused runners to develop muscle cramps. Runners will develop the muscle cramping as the muscle needs a lot of energy. So if there will be less supply of oxygen, then their body shifts towards anaerobic respiration and as a result, they develop muscle cramping. Statement C. Such as while breathing pure oxygen instead of air, How's that leads recover? As you know that air is the mixture of gases, so it contains other gases as well, while inhaling the pure oxygen will be sufficient enough for their recovery. Now, come to the question number 5. The diagram represents one of the tiny air sacs alveoli in the lungs. Very first statement, what is capillary? As you all know, capillaries are the blood vessels between the arteries and the veins for exchanging the blood between them. Next question, what gas diffuses from the alveoli into the blood passing through the capillary? As the blood is passing from the alveoli into the capillaries, so it means it will carry oxygen from the lungs. Next statement, name one gas that diffuses from the blood into the alveoli. Now the blood is going towards the lungs. So which gas will the blood will carry? That will CO2, carbon dioxide. Next, why is the surface of each alveolus moist? Now let's come to the statement 4. Why is the surface of each alveolus moist and thin? Your wall is moist so they can easily dissolve the gases, so that the gases can dissolve easily. And if they're thin, so they allow the gases to pass easily through them. Now come to the question number 6. You'll have to attempt this question on the book as well. Statement 1. Describe the route taken by the blood cell from the movement it leaves the right side of the heart on its way to the lungs until it returns to the heart from the body. So you have to keep in mind the pumping cycle and attempt this question. Explain why this system is called the double circulatory system. If you remember this flow diagram, then you can attempt this question easily. Come to the statement 3. It takes 30 seconds for a blood cell to travel once around the circulatory system. Calculate how many times a blood cell goes around the body in one day. In one day, there are 24 hours, 60 minutes, and 60 seconds. When we multiply them, the answer will be 86400. As the blood goes and takes 30 seconds. So we will divide it by 30 and the answer will be 2800 times. So now we can say that the blood goes around the body in one day 2880 times. Question number 7. The diagram shows a red blood cell. Very first, why are red blood cells made? They are made in bone marrow. Statement 2. Why red blood cells red in color? Why they are red? You have to attempt this question. Statement 2. Because they contain a red chemical known as hemoglobin, so they are red. Statement 3. Explain how red blood cells are adapted to transport oxygen around the body. Attempt third question. You have to come to the page number 24. Look at the second paragraph of red blood cells and attempt this question. Come to the statement number 4. There is less oxygen in the air at high altitudes than at sea level. Scientists have shown that people living at sea level have about 5 million red blood cells per millimeter cube of blood, where people living at higher altitudes have 7 million red blood cells per millimeter cube of blood. So this is the reason for this difference. As you all know that at high altitude there is less oxygen. So if they have 7 million, if the people have 7 million red blood cells per millimeter cube, it means they can transport more oxygen. So in order to accommodate the deficiency of the oxygen, they will have more red blood cells. So as a result, the oxygen supply will be quite enough for them at higher altitudes, as at higher altitudes the air pressure is less and there is less oxygen. Today's success criteria is watch the tutorial carefully. I hope all the questions are clear to you. If you have any query, you may ask me. Feel free to contact me. Allah Hafiz, stay safe, stay blessed.